of all, what is some of the qualifications?
Well, there's different types of bouncers. Bouncer is kind of a bully term, basically. You can be doorman, you can be security, and I work from the bottom, from working bad places where you're just throwing people out, breaking up fights, to actually bodyguarding and working really nice. Working in Vegas as a bodyguard, which you escort people and keep things under control. Your main thing is to keep the peace. Like I said, you start out in the houses where they're like tough bars, cowboy bars, stuff like that, and you just kind of handle situations that may happen. If you're really well trained, your whole job is crowd control, making sure that rules are being followed. You watch someone maybe overserved in alcohol, cut them off. If you see people starting to congregate, constriction, break that up. There's many different qualifications of a bouncer based on experience and where they're working. I was fortunate to actually be trained with some of the top people in business after I went to work in Vegas at the Hilton Hotel, and it was a matter of eyeing people and watching their body language. You can see when friction is going to happen, making sure someone's not being overserved is a major problem, and then just separating people when they need to be, and then walking them down. If you really know what you're doing, you don't want to escalate and start trouble. So the first thing you do, hey, excuse me, sir, I could talk to you for a minute, or hey, sir, if you're walking down the bouncer, then you're going to end up probably bouncing, and you're going to have trouble. So it has a lot to do with the clubs that you're working in, and the training and so forth. Mainly what you do is you're kind of a peace officer, trying to keep the peace, and if there's problems, take it outside.
Different box, so that was probably the worst experience, okay? You're talking fights now. The best experience that I ever had, which is really cool because they were both like, squawking at one another, and their cowboy hats were like touching like this and everything. And one was saying he was going to do this to this one guy and this one, this. And so what I was going to do is all right, I can take these guys out because there's like this knee thing that you can pop and pull people's legs out from underneath them. And it was really exciting because I was like, okay, I'm going to take this guy because he's the one mouthing, he's the one starting it. Well, I went around him and I kind of got right where I needed to be. And I grabbed and I put my shoulder right in his butt and I grabbed his knees exactly like the way I was supposed to. I mean, it was like, whoo, it was perfect. Bad thing about it was his forehead hit the other dude's mouth and they both went down. And then we had to drag both of them out. So those are my best and worst experiences, I guess.
Thank you very much, sir.